We are Michelle, Phillip, Bean, and Hops, and together we are playing Hooky from Teaching. Come along on our adventures. This is going to be interesting. We'll see what happens.
So it is Monday, January 10th, and we are at Lady Bird Johnson Grove. It's a 1.5 mile hike. I think they just called it a lollipop loop, which is brilliant. Which just means like there's one out and back, and then at the end it's around, so it's a lollipop loop. Brilliant. But it was, I guess Lady Bird Johnson came out in 1968 to help dedicate Redwoods, and then the following year when Nixon was president, he brought her back out and dedicated this particular grove to her. So this is an old grove within the secondary growth forest, and it's really famous. I guess it's one of the top things to do here, even though it's only 1.5 miles and it's really easy to get to. It's one of the things that is a must-see. Look at it.
So this tree is pretty gnarly. Look at this. It's all hollowed out from fire. But it's still alive up top.
Yeah, it's super alive. That's nuts.
Let's get an up picture. As Michelle almost dies behind me.
It's fine.
So I'm looking straight up. So this thing actually curves out. Whoa. So this is kind of interesting. These two trees like fused together. All right, so we finally made it to the grove, and I mean, these trees are just massive. I don't think any kind of video or picture really does it justice. I'm gonna use Michelle as a scale. All right. She right over there. What does it say?
I haven't read it. But it was talking about fire at first.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's specifically about that tree. It just said like the area.
Well, that one definitely caught fire.
I think it's probably most of them caught fire.
Yeah. I wonder when that fire came through here.
Doing great. Good job, tree.
So this one up here definitely has seen better days, but realistically,
Doing great.
it's actually doing pretty good. Except for the fact that it has giant holes in it.
There's so many hollow ones. That must be normal for them. I
Yeah.
wonder if they get so big they don't like need the base like that anymore.
But like, wow. Like I am solidly in this, like arms outstretched, and I am not hitting.
So these tree limbs are the exact same color that the Forest Service likes to paint literally everything. It's like National Park brown. They're like the same color. So apparently they got their inspiration from dead redwoods.
Okay, so we just finished the Lady Bird Grove hike, and we've decided to kind of hone in our hiking guide rating,
Trail rating, yeah.
trail rating. Take it away, Michelle.
So it has been brought to my attention by Phillip that I explained it wrong yesterday. So there's actually 3 categories. The first of which was the hikeability. So like how hikeable is it? Is it, and really on a normal scale this would be the difficulty rating. So for Lady Bird Johnson it was super easy. It was a very easy trail. There's almost no elevation gain. It's very short. And we spent more time looking around at things than actually probably, like the ratio of walking to looking was way more looking. So,
very true. And the second one is the uniqueness. So here in the Redwoods, you know, some people might say you see one redwood, you see them all, but that's not necessarily true. So uniqueness is just how unique is it? Have you seen something like that before? Have we hiked something like that before? In terms of this ladybird grove, red forest grove? I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. I would say it's like honestly not that unique. There are some big trees, but if you're here in the redwoods, you're gonna see, you know, big redwoods all over the place.
There are bigger trees too.
It's
that
true.
grove is really cool because it's an old growth and it has a different, like, the under, I think they call it understory. All the other things that are growing in it besides the trees, that was different than the other groves we've been in. But there are bigger trees. So as far as uniqueness,
it's not the most unique.
Yeah, it's probably in the middle, but it was still very, very interesting. Which brings us to our third one, and this is the one I messed up yesterday. I combined these two. They are separate, and I forgot that we decided they're separate. Is the cool factor. So the cool factor is just how many O's we put in it. So what do you think this would be for how cool it is?
I think so for starters, I think the coolest range is going to be what, like 10 O's? Like
all caps, several exclamation points. Yeah.
And then like lowercase just cool. 2 O's is like
maybe.
Yeah,
right there.
Not that cool. I would say this is probably, I don't know, like 4 O's total. Like it was cool because it's the redwoods and there's big trees, but in terms of like Fern Canyon, which we did yesterday, which would be like the full 10 O's, this isn't quite Fern Canyon.
If you want to see really big trees though, I would go to Stout Grove. I think the trees there were a little bit bigger. But then also, if you're looking for really, really impressive trees, I think our coolest one that we've been to so far here is the Titans. Grove of the Titans, I think.
Yeah.
That one was.
And those are all in the northern redwoods. We are now in the southern redwoods. So, yeah, check those out.
Yeah. So there you go. There's our amended rating system for trails.
Alrighty, good morning. So today is Tuesday, January 11th. We didn't really honestly do a whole lot yesterday. It kind of seemed like we did, but we really didn't. We did the Ladybird Grove hike, and then we did like an overlook. And we kind of just went to the grocery store and went back to the trailer. So that was kind of a, I guess, not like a boring day, but just kind of like just another day. So what we're doing today is we're actually going into Trinidad, which is like the closest city to us, and we're gonna do a hike kind of along the coast. There's a bit of a rock outcropping with a lighthouse on it, and there's a loop around that. So we're gonna go check that out today, and yeah, we'll see what else we get into. There's also just like a whole bunch of little shops in the town of Trinidad, so we'll probably check that out too. All right, let's go do it. We just got kind of trapped. Anybody else like the drone as much as I do? Because I just love flying that thing. We got to get Michelle some flight time. She's putting away right now. But yeah, that thing is just so much fun. So much fun to fly. Okay, as has become pretty common with us, we're on the beach. So we are doing a kind of a longer 6-mile Humboldt State Park hike. Part of it is along the beach, and actually, so in current news, that underwater volcano outside of Tonga just erupted like yesterday. So the waves are actually kind of big today. I don't know if it's related or if they're always this big. We are in a tsunami warning, so naturally the first thing we do is we go to the beach. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I guess we'll see what other kind of trouble we can get into today. Whoa, check out this. All the mist. That's kind of cool. I wish there was a smell-o-vision invented, because we're walking up on the campground and it smells really good. Like there's a fire. Also, there's a lot of obstacles on this trail.
This hike would be really serene.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, this totally looks safe. There's only a few missing boards. Nice of you to let me go first.
You're just getting good B-roll here. It's actually super sketch. Especially because these boards are like fairly slippery.
And fairly rotten.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is cool.
I'm glad we took this for.
And it goes, there's a trail, you can kind of see it, goes up. Let's keep going.
But, well, it's not even that far. It's like before the land on the other side.
Huh. Oh yeah, those are people.
Yeah.
Interesting. But first, we're gonna climb. The cool factor on this just went up.
I know.
Before it was like pretty average. Now it's like, I mean, look at her.
This is
She's running.
Not even the real height.
So, as Michelle is vlogging down there, I'm gonna show you guys our view. This is crazy. Are you?
Okay, so we got to the top. Phil's behind me. And from below, this looked like a pretty substantial rock. And I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying it's that thin also. So we got up here and we're like, holy, okay. So Phil's doing some photos up there. My legs started doing the whole, this is really steep and I'm not going any higher than that. So yeah, I'm sitting. We're on the ground. So my legs are a little shaky. That is real steep.
Don't worry, Mom. We're being safe. I guess probably both moms and grandparents. It is pretty narrow, but we're pretty good. Going down, I'll update you when we get down, but coming up wasn't that bad. Michelle's freaking out a little bit.
Freaking a little bit of an exaggeration.
They can't hear you. This is probably one of the coolest viewpoints we've had. Okay, the show's going down. I gotta go. See you at the bottom. But also, I mean, you should know that if you're watching this, it means that, you know, we made it down okay. If you're not watching this and it's a documentary about us, well. You didn't really think I was gonna, you know, leave this without taking some drone video, right? Nah, I wouldn't do that. This place is cool.
So for reference of how steep that was, that's the cliff we just came down. I don't know if you can tell, but there are people right there. That's the cliff we came down. They're watching us do this, probably like dumb kids.
Also, check out all this rock.
Yeah, this rock is super interesting. It's almost like ashy, like compressed ash or volcanic something, but then you have these layers in between.
Like crystal.
Yeah.
Granite stuff, I don't know.
We don't know enough about rocks really, but it's very, all these layers are just so interesting. All right, we are going that way.
Well, we made it down. Back to the beach. We came from up there, all the way up there, then we climbed down, walked across all the rocks, and now we're back on the beach.
It was super cool.
Was it super cool?
Yeah.
Also, the waves are doing really wavy things. Michelle really likes looking for seashells. It's funny because her nickname is Shell. Well, how's the hike been?
It's amazing. It's been really fun.
Any day at the beach is a good day.
That's true too.
It's kind of crazy. We went all the way to the top of that. We hiked down and came over here. It's been fun. Hanging out with the waves. All right, what is our plan for tonight?
So we're gonna go back, feed the cats, and then we're gonna make pizza, because one of the things we treated ourselves with for Christmas was a pizza oven that's portable and it's propane powered. So we're gonna make some pizza in our pizza oven.
Cool, let's do it.